sort of as of the next.
Well, what we'll do with the update is if it's not, we'll just build it into our administration report update. Maybe.
Okay. That sounds good.
Motion to accept this information.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. All in favor? Carried. 10.0, we have a notice of motion and update on the legal costs incurred by the town.
Your Honor, no, that is a notice of motion coming forward at the next council meeting.
We're good with the acceptance of the, thank you. Okay. Bylaws and policy.
Can we ask, like, that's it? Just, sorry.
It's just a notice.
Yeah.
There's no need to vote on the notice. We've received the notice, so just going forward, it'll come up on the next council meeting.
Okay, just one question. It was indicated that the findings had been, the results of the the reason for the costs, which is me, had the results have been provided to the town and administration. Can you reread the notice of motion then, please?
That administration provide council with an update on the legal matters the town is currently involved in and have recently concluded, and the cost the town has expended to deal with such matters.
Recently concluded?
I don't think we've concluded any.
Are they concluded?
In Mayor Deck, members of the council, we're going to actually bring back a report what has, what hasn't. You know, and we'll
Today?
that it's, no, it'll be further. This motion will come forward for the March 13th meeting.
Huh?
So that's when it'll be discussed at that time. So at that time, the direction will go to administration to develop a report and provide feedback from there. At that
Has
point.
the town been notified that there's been a conclusion?
I have,
Not at the present time.
they're not contacting me directly.
Not at the present time.
I would like to just ask Councillor Barry then the wording to explain a little bit further the wording of the notice of motion, please.
I think the inclusion of the and recently concluded just takes into account that there may be an action that has been concluded by the time this actually comes to council.
Perhaps that should reflect in the notice of motion then, because that implies that the administration in town has been notified of a conclusion. Considering it's about me, I have not been notified of any conclusion yet.
There has been no notification of any conclusion.
So Councillor Berry maybe should.
I'm satisfied with the notice of motion. Basically, it's just informing council that there will be an update on legal matters. Whether or not they are concluded at that time is irrelevant to this.
We want to know what the costs are.
We want to know what the situation is, whether the matters have been concluded, where they sit at this present time, and what the cost has been for the town to deal with these matters.
Can I make a suggestion for a friendly amendment then? Perhaps the concluded portion of your notice of motion should reflect that it hasn't been yet. Or
Does that matter?
yes, it does.
Yep.
Actually.
Mayor Deck, members of Councillor Harris, it's because it's a notice of motion. This motion isn't up for debate until when it comes forward at the next meeting. So it's just basically saying I'd like to put this motion on the agenda. So it'll be on the agenda.
I understand what
And
the
at that
notice of
point,
motion is.
yeah.
I'm just a little bit confused that the wording says that it's been concluded and we are requesting an update on something that's concluded, and considering it's
we're not at this stage, if I may, nothing has been directed to administration to do anything, and because this motion is just saying it's going to be on the agenda for the 13th for discussion. So right now, that's just how.
We will discuss how.
Right.
Oh no, that's fine.
I'm wording.
Is this?
Because there's no formal direction provided to administration as of yet. And on the 13th, that'll come forward.
Is this a matter that's supposed to be kept confidential?
At that point in time, is that will be debate for council.
Is this the matter that's been kept confidential.
Until we have the motion at the next meeting, we don't know.
So I don't have any direction to do anything yet.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Final